Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ain binti Abdullah. My metric number is 285555. Me and my partner Erin want to share a story about the legend of Mahsuri. We think that the Mahsuri happens under the reign of Sultan Abdullah Mukarram Shah III and Sultan Ziauddin Mukarram Shah II. During the reign of Sultan Ahmad Tajuddin Harim Shah II, Kedah Siam ties deteriorate. Local have ordered a written version of Mahsuri's curse. Mahsuri's father is Indonesian and her mother is Chinese. Pandak Maya and his wife relocated to Tongka, Thailand, then Langkapuri. Long married couple had no children. Pandak Maya noticed a rice crust that made the sound of a wailing infant while resting in a hut. Pandak Maya combined the miraculous rice crust with water. He planted rice crust thereafter. Endak Alang soon became pregnant. After Mahsuri birth, the impoverished couple lived, improved, and their paddy flourished. Pandak Maya finds swallow nests in caverns and sells them to the Penang with the Chinese dealers. Mahsuri's fathers became renowned as orang kaya Pandak Maya. Pandak Maya allegedly found love snake money or dark snake. He ate it, and the ancient believed that seeing and eating a snake brought prosperity and fortune. Mahsuri grew up as a decent Malay woman. She knew soft defamatory arts. Mahsuri became famous for her beauty and virginity. Mahsuri became famous in Kampung Mawat, Mukim Ulu Melaka and Langkawi. Many ladies admire and envy her beauty. Penghulu of Langkawi, Datuk Pekerma Jaya Wan Yahya, listened to Mahsuri. Wan Mahora was furious when she learned Wan Yahya planned to marry Mahsuri. Wan Darus, Wan Yahya's younger brother, also wanted Mahsuri. Wan Yahya supported that Wan Darus' proposal to Mahsuri to protect his household and humor as an elder. The wedding was so fun. Islanders was upset. Men want to marry Mahsuri and women want Wan Darus, a powerful hero and judge's man. Mahsuri's pregnancy strained relation between Kedah and Thailand. Siam invaded Kedah, not triggering conflict. The Sultan of Kedah gathered commander to protect the land. Datuk Pekerma Jaya with Wan Yahya asked Langkawian to aid the Kedah army, especially Wan Darus. Wan Darus departed Langkawi to battle in Kuala Kedah. Mahsuri let her husband fight grudgingly. Dramang moored on Langkawi's beach. Dramang was supposedly from Batubara, Aceh and Sumatra. Dramang stayed with Mahsuri's parents in Langkawi. Dramang helped Pandak Maya cultivate. Dramang was a hard worker who also hummed and wrote poems. Dramang taught poetry to Pandak Maya. Dramang singing and lyric through village every night. Pandak Maya family became famous. Dramang poetry made Mahsuri the host, which enriched Wan Mahora, his sister-in-law and the wife of the Langkawi island leader. Mahsuri moved back to her parents' house while she pregnant. Wan Hakim, Mahsuri's elder son, was born. Wan Ma'arus was reportedly Mahsuri's son. Wan Mahora hated Mahsuri's fame. She saw her role as magnet wife-weaving. Wan Mahora plotted against Mahsuri and Dramang after noticed their connection. Wan Mahora encouraged that her husband to watch Mahsuri. Wan Mahora felt jealous about Mahsuri's beauty, and she created nasty rumors about her infidelity. Dramang was observed babysitting Wan Hakim while Mahsuri worked in the field. Mahsuri was wrongly accused of adultery with Dramang. Wan Mahora accused Mahsuri of infidelity after her son Wan Hakim was born.
The rumors eventually prompted villagers to openly accuse Mahsuri of the crime of adultery, which was punishable by death. The Sultan's representative in Langkawi, Datuk Pekerma Jaya, was instigated by his wife, Wan Mahora. For that reason, Mahsuri and Dramang were accused by adultery, were arrested and sentenced to death by Datuk Pekerma Jaya, her brother-in-law. Datuk Pekerma Jaya Wayaya ordered his men, led by Panglima Hitam, to arrest Mahsuri. A story said Mahsuri and Dramang were taken to Balai Adat in Padang Mat Sirat, the centre of Langkawi at that time to be sentenced. Pandak Maya and Endak Alang were shocked to hear the news and offer all their wealth to save the life of their only daughter. But Datuk Pekamajaya Wan Yahya rejected this. Without waiting for Wan Darus to return, Mahsuri was taken to punishment and tied to a tree. Mahsuri was carried away and chained to a tree, despite her parents' pleadings and her child's protest over her clothes. Before her death, Mahsuri informed the locals that if she were innocent, her blood would become white. The accusation leveled against Mahsuri startled many who came to witness. When the spear or dagger used to stab her body failed to puncture her body, the crowd was stunned. This occurrence concerned Wan Mahora since it demonstrated Mahsuri's innocence. Her tormentors continued to torture Mahsuri incessantly. After every execution attempt fails, Mahsuri eventually reveals the secret that she can only be slain by her family heirloom spear. According to legend, it was her family's ceremonial crest, a dagger. Without further ado, Datuk Pekamajaya Wan Yahya directed that the firearm be removed from Pak Maya's residence. After receiving it, Datuk Pekamajaya stabbed Mahsuri. The sky darkened and there was thunder and lightning, and Mahsuri was fatally stabbed and murdered. Some birds flew above her to cover her body. According to folklore, white blood poured from her wand, representing her innocence. Mahsuri was not killed in her hometown, Kampung Mawat in Ulu Melaka, but was taken to Padang Maksirat to be executed. Taman Tugu Keris in Padang Maksirat is where Maksirat was sentenced to death. A tree, elegantly, where Mahsuri was tied up and tortured for several days before being sentenced to death, still exists today. Another story said that the Rama managed to escape but was hunted down. Despite putting up a brave fight, the Rama was killed in Batu Asah. Mahsuri was most likely to be known for her curse. Mahsuri's final lines are legendary, and they are frequently repeated in any performance. Mahsuri said the words regarding a curse and recorded down the ages as she lay dying. Mahsuri cursed the island of Langkawi with her dying breath, saying, "For this act of injustice, Langkawi shall not flourish for 7 generations." She then cursed Langkawi for 7 generations of sorrow. The blood that spilled from Mahsuri's body was white rather than red. According to another version, her blood floated like a cloud and vanished in the air without touching the ground. Mahsuri was buried near to the ransom they intended to use to redeem her. In 1821, the Siamese army pushed throughout Kedah. Siam invaded Langkawi. To starve the invaded Siamese forces, Datuk Pekamajaya ordered that all rice crops on the island be collected and burned in Padang Maksirat. The inhabitants died of starvation soon after the rice fields were burned down. Siam quickly seized control of the kingdom as a result of the burning of the rice fields. Langkawi suffered from recovered crop failure and Siamese invasions in the decades that followed, leading residents to believe in the curse. To this day, legend has it that remnants of the burned rice grains can be seen in a cordon area, beras terbakar in Padang Maksirat Kampung Raja after torrential rains. exactly 7 days after Mahsuri death and destruction took place everywhere. The Siamese army killed Datuk Pakamajaya and his body was dumped in the Langkana River southwest of Kampung Sungai Batu. Meanwhile, Mahora is said to have been raped and enslaved by the Siamese army before being killed. The crime of envy and slander Langkawi received great consequences. Wandarus returned to Langkawi after defeating the Kedah army in Kuala Muda, but was bitterly disillusioned to receive the news of Mahsuri's death. He took his son Wan Hakim along with Mahsuri's parents and left Langkawi forever. Decades after Mahsuri's death, Langkawi experienced a tribulation period with bad luck and her population dwindling in size. The island became a derelict place beset by a series of misfortunes.
In the conclusion, we can say that the legend of Mahsuri has been passed down from one storyteller to the next for hundreds of years, maybe to keep the islanders' oral histories alive and remind them that gossip can be newsworthy or just plain bad. The same is true now as it was then. After going through the curse of the 7 descendants of Mahsuri, Langkawi is now one of the best places for tourists and adventure from around the world and from Malaysia. Langkawi is one of the top 10 islands and best place for ecotourism in the world. Mahsuri's story has real-world effect that can still be seen, like her home and her tomb. Mahsuri's name will always be remembered, and whether it is a legend or a myth, it will always be linked to Langkawi. The curse was broken after 8 generations. Langkawi got rich again, which is why its tourism scene is so busy today.
After doing all the research regarding the legend of this Makam Mahsuri, or precisely Mahsuri's legend, I think that Mahsuri's legend gives a lot of valuable lessons, not only limited to the people of Langkawi, but to the people around the world. For example, we should not try to accuse someone of wrongdoings without any further investigation or definite proof. What do we get from accusing the innocent one? Guilty? What if the person we had accused committed suicide or being executed, but they are actually innocent? And the moment we found the truth, we will feel guilty. Can we even bring back the person to life? No. Besides that, we should learn to listen to other people's explanation before putting down any judgmental views. So, in my opinion, things like this still occur till today. Legends might not be true, but lessons that awaits us to learn from it are valuable. Learn from it as it gives knowledgeable lesson. That's all from us. Thank you.